Hey everybody, Stop Our Gamer here. Today we're going to take a look at the MISC Hull A. So again, this is the smallest hauler in the game that can carry 64 SCU of cargo. And again, that's because this little middle part here expands out like an accordion, and you can carry 64 SCU of cargo boxes and still land planetside. As you can see, you don't have a lot of engines, not a lot of thrusters on the outside, so I do not expect this to be very maneuverable. We're going to go ahead and take a peek inside, and then we'll take her for a flight in space. We'll pick up some cargo, and then we'll fly her down to the planet and see how she does. So you got a little suit locker in here, component access, and its own separate little airlocked area. And then let's go to the back real quick. You got your hab area, which there opens there. Maybe? Nope, that opens that. There we go. So, we've got a weapons locker, a little kitchenette, food dispenser, refrigerator, access panel, a bed. Again, one person, because it's a one-person ship. And then a bathroom. Typical MISC bathroom. Let's go to the business side of the ship. So we got our cockpit layout here just in front of the airlock. So you come through here, and then you got your cockpit. Relatively comfortable seat, wrap-around view screen, some lower windows here that you probably will not be able to see out of once you're seated. So let's go ahead and get in the ship. Alright, so we've got control yoke like all the other MISC ships, dual pedals, and MFD there. I like the switches. There's a lot more switches for pilot lights, headlights, etc. Although it doesn't look like any of them are actually clickable. Well, some of them are. Exterior. Nothing there. Extend cargo spindle. That's neat. Okay. Quantum drive. Quantum display on. Navigation display on. Power off. So some of them are clickable, just not like overclock, alarm, self-destruct. Okay, that's probably a good thing that's not clickable, because let's face it. How often have you accidentally hit self-destruct when you forgot your keybinds after a new patch? I have. Alright, so we're going to go and take off. We'll take a look at the maneuverability in space first. Gears coming up. SCM speed is glacial. You're looking at about 107. Again, keep in mind this is a size 1 ship. Now, previously we were told that all ships handle as if they're full of cargo. So I don't know if that still applies, but if it does, then that would make sense that this ship is flying as if it's carrying 64 SCU of cargo on the outside. If so, that might explain some of the sluggishness we've heard reported. I'm going to come over here to this little needle. We'll start a rotation test on the X and Y axis as we come through and strafing. So basically turns around a point. So we stick at SCM speed, pitch down. I mean, it's not horrible. So we got pretty decent thrust down. We're able to maintain our pitch. So on this axis, not bad. We get out of it not facing the sun. Go back to SCM speed, and we're going to check lateral. So now I'm using left thrusters, much weaker on the pitch. Excuse me, the yaw. Still there, still able to hold it. Just you notice how we get closer to the target. Yeah, axis, a little bit less maneuverability around the yaw axis. So you can expect it to be a little bit more difficult to do any kind of yawing maneuvers. Pitch isn't bad, yaw is bad. Alright, let's check top speed. I'm gonna guess it's right around 700. Let's check roll rate right quick. Use the star. Roll. Pretty good roll rate, but then kind of sloppy. So I'm letting off the control right about here to finish it. And again, so we got kind of a twist for roll. Yaw. Why did they reverse this? I don't understand it. So the yaw on this is what should be roll, and then the roll is what should be yaw. I'm confused why CIG continues to make these choices. And again, so you may say it's a video game. If we're working in VR and you're using those controls, this is, you know, gonna confuse you, and it's gonna be kind of interesting. Casey, we're gonna check unfolded now. So let's go ahead and transform. So here comes the extension. So again, there's no cargo on it yet. We were going to pick up some cargo. Alright, roll. Appears to be the same, but it does appear a little sloppier, which is interesting, because we just extended it. Yeah, she's a little sloppier. Not much, though. Now we gotta get back to the station. We'll check the top speed on the way. So again, this is a size 1 ship, so the boost is not going to last very long. Top speed in space, still spooling up. Looks to be 900-ish, maybe 1,000. One shy of 1,000. Thanks, CIG. Couldn't give us the one extra just to round it out to 1,000. Yeesh. The reverse break-in's hard to do in this ship. She doesn't have very strong... I mean, again, you only got... I think it's just the one engine, maybe 3. So you got the one main engine, 2 subsidiary thrusters, and then for slowing down you've got the 2 in the front there. 4 total, but very small. So we'll use some space brake as we get close to the station, see how fast we can go from SCM to stop. You got two little baby guns. You're not fighting in a whole ship. Just putting that out there. We are looking at this ship from the perspective of a cargo pilot, not a combat pilot. And from the perspective of that, at least, the layout of the interior is perfect. Got everything you need to carry cargo across the Stanton, Pyro, whatever systems. So our boost is almost built up. We're almost at the station. We're going to go ahead and go external. Apply the space brake. So there they are, firing on the front. So notice the size of those thrusters versus the rears. Big difference. We're slowing down. Relatively decent rate, but not very quickly. Flip and burn in space is the way you're going to slow this thing down. I'm not going to shoot the station. I don't want to get a crime stat, because that would literally be my luck. Pilot reviews prison. So we'll come in here, and again, I don't expect there to be any changes between folded and unfolded in space on Layton. The real question is going to be once we fill this sucker full of cargo. Because like I said, last we heard from CIG, they handle as if they're fully loaded. So strafing down, straight line, pitching. So as expected, pitch is pretty much the same as it was before. Decent. I mean, again, you see there is some sloppiness going on in the distance, so I'm having to adjust the pitch minutely, but I'm able to maintain. Not a fighter, but at least on the pitch axis, it's not bad. And then the yaw should be about the same. So yeah, I'm seeing no difference between folded and unfolded, really. So you got the same thing with the yaw axis, it's really sloppy. So your sideways corrections, any kind of strafing left or right with yaw, it's going to be pretty sloppy. Alright, let's go ahead and untransform, and let's head to a planet. It's Aberdeen, no cargo there. Of course everybody would be on the other side. So why wouldn't we be? Now one benefit I have heard about the Hull A is its quantum fuel tanks are pretty large and pretty efficient. Which will be good, and it makes sense because we're trying to travel and carry cargo. Let's head to Ariel. And hope no one attacks us to steal the cargo we're going to try to carry. And the game plan is we're just gonna, like, get whatever's cheapest just to fill it up. Overall, she's pretty, I won't say super maneuverable, but not bad. Yeah, so basically, one of the main benefits for the Hull A, Casey, is the fact that it carries 64 SU cargo, which is pretty good for a size 1 ship. And it will be able to use a smaller jump point, so that should allow it to traverse systems a little bit easier than the Hull B, C, D, or E. But for pound, every single one of the Hull ships will simply outclass... Did I go to the wrong freaking moon? No, it's just taking forever to load. Every single one of these Hull ships should outclass anything of the same size when it comes to carrying cargo. So like the C2, the C2, Caterpillar, etc. You get something at that same size, and then that's where the hull will shine, because they got the expanding cargo racks, and their sole purpose is to carry cargo. So pound for pound, they will be the most efficient cargo carriers in the verse. So yeah, maybe the Hull B would be a better value, per se, for carrying cargo. However, as a stepping stone into the Hull B, I think it has a very good place. Planetary shot for funds. A nice brushed steel misc paint job. The little tiny pew-pews. Yeah, it's very hard to see today. Let's get below this layer, maybe it'll be better. There is some atmosphere here, so we'll take a look at some of the maneuvering aspects, but the real test will be in Lorville. Get some roll. Not bad. See, she's slidey. See how our flight path vector kind of lags behind? Kind of to be expected. We're 11 kilometers from Bezdek. Let's pump the speed up a little bit. See who's text messaging me. My friends. Yes, the hull B can still land in cargo, with cargo expanded. The hull C can land without cargo, but once you load her up, hull C and up cannot land planetside. Okay, 4,000 meters from Bezdek, we'll get our gear down. We'll land this time with Vtol to test it out.
Landing gear down.
Let's see where the Vtol thrusters are on this. I'm gonna guess they're right there at the bottom. Alright, did we pass Bezdek? Nope, there it is. The engine sounds are very nice. Now, supposedly, you can spawn this at outposts. Who knew? I have not tested this. Center up on the pad. Nice and smooth. I'm not going to refuel, we'll take a look here. I mean, yeah, 50 UEC just for hydrogen fuel. Quantum, we haven't even dented it yet. Apparently we've damaged it. That's interesting. Alright, let's find engine off. Turn off your engines when you land on planet. First thing you need to learn. Keeps you from getting blown away from the wind. Alright, let's go fill up. That's a nice graphical glitch here. Atmosphere is inside the ship. Seems to happen a lot for me at this aerial. Something about the yellow mustard atmosphere likes to seep into the ship. By cargo. Fighting off a little bit of a cold, so if I sound funny. Hey Sean, how you doing? So Casey, as far as hull only for safe routes, maybe. I'm gonna put a caveat on that. One, the hull B does have some turrets, as does the hull C, D, and E. So you will be able to defend yourself. And they should have some pretty decent shields. But that being said, you will not be maneuvering with them. You'll be flying in a straight line, maxing out your speed, trying to get away while your turret gunners fire. So it's not a combat ship by any stretch of the name. Should we try to make money? Should we try? Should we live dangerously, ladies and gentlemen? Should we try the server? I don't have it. I only have 7 viewers, so I doubt any of you's jumping in the verse to try to find me and hunt me down. Again, can I guarantee that's not going to happen? No. Alright, so we're filled up here. We got all of our cargo. We got 64 SCU. Let's take a look at our ship fully loaded. And then let's get to Lorville. I have 12 minutes to survive because I'm wearing my cheap flight suit because I am absolutely super tired of dying and losing armor. I get killed by elevators. I get killed by NPCs. I get killed from twisting my ankle coming off of the train. Lasai. So again, here we are fully loaded. A thing of beauty. You're expanded. Now let's see how she flies fully loaded. I have a feeling it's going to fly the same. Because like I said, we were told previously... Alright, can I get into my ship? Previously, don't quote me how long ago, but we were told all of the ships are flying as if they're fully loaded. So your C2 flies as if it's full of cargo, which says something because that ship flies like a dream. Your Caterpillar like it's fully loaded. Your Starfarer like it's fully loaded. I don't know, and if anyone in the comments knows, let me know if we've gotten any updates on that. Alright, let's get the engines on. Apparently I turned it off. Goofball. Alright. Engines are up. Launching. Still got our Vtol on, so we climb up pretty easily. Turn Vtol off, bring up the gear. Okay, so the answer is, and it does have a gear in the very back, so when you're extended, your CG is level. Good. Roll in Atmo, fully loaded. Pretty decent, no actual atmosphere, like altitude loss. Probably still slidey. Yeah, y'all looks fine. Alright, up into space, let's blast off. Gratuitous views. So this is pretty beautiful because it's taken us a long time to get the hulls. Yes, it's only the hull A, but she is pretty. Alright, let's see if we can plot a course. I'm gonna guess it went ahead and plotted me a course, even though it can't. Oh no, it can. So why isn't it? Are we not high enough? Oh, there we go. Dude, helps if you turn on your quantum drive. So now here's the question: are we still a size small ship expanded? So we've gone. So the old ship ended where the cargo boxes are. We literally added about a third of our ship length. I'd have to look at it compared with another ship. There is, but I mean, handling, at least in space, I'm not going to call it snappy, but it's not bad. Let's turn off that. We're not going to Edmond, we're going to Lorville. And we are just really living dangerously today, guys. Because I'm going to go ahead and quantum through the planet. It did what it's supposed to! Yay! And then it just pitches into the planet. For reasons. Yes, so carrying saddlebags is definitely something that's supposed to get Sunny. So she'll be able to carry boxes or saddlebags. So robbing prospectors, you had to go to the pirate route. You know Stompar is a lawful player. I don't go the pirate route. But yes, you could pirate some poor unsuspecting prospectors and steal their cargo. But you're going to need someone else to kill them, because I'm pretty sure a prospector could take out a hull. I mean, I don't care how good... Okay, maybe if you are an amazing pilot and they are a horrible pilot, you have a chance. Alright, so here we are coming into atmosphere in Lorville. Not losing any altitude without coupled on. I'm going to go and flip us inverted, see if we start dropping just from being inverted. Ooh, she gets a lot more slidey. But She tracks fine. Coupled is doing its job. She is a lot sloppier here in Lorville. So small inputs and being patient is going to be your most rewarding way of flying her. So there's a yaw coming in there. So we're carrying roughly 110k worth of materials, which when you look at it this way in a size 1 ship is pretty impressive. And yeah, Casey, it is the module size. What I'm looking at is, so again, maybe not so bad with the hull A, right? But then you get into the hull B, and you're looking at landing on a planet, and it probably classes the hull B as a size 2 medium ship. When it's expanded, will that medium ship still fit into a medium landing pad as far as length goes? That's what I'm curious about. I don't know how much further it's going to expand coming in. So the hull A, we added a good bit of length. I mean, it's not double the length, but I would say it's probably pretty close to a regular Freelancer right now. Again, I would need to compare it with a Freelancer, and there's no... Unless one of you wants to hop on real quick. I don't think that there's a real measuring stick out there. Like, I don't know if I can go to Urkel, for say, and see the length expanded versus not expanded. So that's my question, is how they're going to handle those ships like the hull B when it expands. Like, is it going to still be medium, or is it going to need a large pad to land? I don't know. I think the hull A will be fine. And of course, once we get to the C and up, it's not going to matter as much because it's going to be using docking collars and not coming down to the surface. You're not going to land a fully loaded hull D on a planet's surface. You're going to, you know, park at an orbital station and either sell your cargo at the station or then shuttle it down in something smaller. Oh my god, that's going to be a pain. That is going to be a pain. You're going to land at Everest Harbor with 700 SCU or cargo to deliver. And your choice will probably be to either A, god, she's slow, speed up a little bit, let's risk it for the biscuit. You're going to either, you know, sell it the cargo for, let's say, 80% profit, where you might break even or be a little bit ahead, or have to shuttle it down to the surface using like a C2 and just do multiple trips. And then you're gonna have to do the cost breakdown and time cost breakdown of like, okay, it's gonna take me 4 hours to shuttle everything down, or I could just make another cargo run. That's going to be interesting. But again, I don't think we're going to see anything like the hull C and
Thank
up.
You. And please visit again.
Please
Hello.
visit again.
And thank you for contact.
I'm landing in Lorville. ATC is confused. Yeah, braking for hours. I mean, it's going to be interesting looking at all this in the long... Again, it's... So they want accurate gameplay. My friend Sean, he's in the chat here. I don't know if he's still watching, but he's a trucker. He's, you know, he's familiar with how it works, where you're going to come in full of cargo, and it's going to take you forever and a day to get loaded and unloaded. So, are we going to do that in reverse? And is that fun, engaging gameplay for us? I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I want to spend 6 hours waiting for my hull D to get unloaded to then be able to go do something else. I mean, that sounds painful. So I guess in that choice, if you want gameplay options, it'd probably be more rewarding to do... Yes, the hull... I can't remember if it's the hull C or the hull D, Sean. It's supposed to be the most common ship in the verse. Because again, how do these planets work? They work the same way we do in the real world. Most of the places run on shipping. Without shipping, industry shuts down. And at least here in Stanton, it's, you know, it's mostly an industrial, especially in Lorville, it's mostly an industrial location. All right. Oh boy. Slow down. She's getting sloppy. There we go. I might cheat with third person with this ship. I hate cheating with third person. So I have to take it nice and slow just to help myself out. I'm going to take my limiter down. Alright, let's take a look. And we are going to look third person because I want to see how she's fitting in here. That is tight. That's lengthwise, that's getting to be pretty tight. Just from being expanded. But we're safely down. So again, we definitely saw on that landing.
Landing complete.
I had to be a lot more careful because she definitely wanted to continue along courses. But so for a run, we filled up with over 100K worth of stuff, and it's going to cost us 175 total to repair. Apparently, I took damage. I chipped the paint coming in. But really, the cost of that run was 165. Ooh, I could talk to Eckert if I have time. I won't have time. So, overall, cost-wise, for the amount that we're carrying and selling, this is definitely muy bueno. I mean, very good cost. As far as the third-person view, again, we were first told these ships fly like they're full. We were also told that Chris Roberts hated third-person view and wanted it to go away. But landing cameras should... I mean, come on. My freaking car has a backup camera. How could this thing not have some kind of landing camera to at least look straight down to tell me, hey, I'm over the pad. Hey, I'm about to land on this poor security guard who's just patrolling the landing pad. I mean, realism is important, yes, for a simulation like Star Citizen, but at the same point, some concerns I have are the Hollywood realism. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up the Eckert contract in the meantime. Personal appointment. Eckert. Accept offer. We won't continue the video for that part, but I'm going to go sell just to get an idea of credit. So I got 10 minutes to talk to him. I should have enough time. Whee! Oh, wait. Don't sprint. Broke your leg last time you were sprinting. Yes. Sprinting. I broke my leg. Figure that one out. Yes. Well, Sean, if you want to get Barthy, you know, away from work and get him to log in and bring out the 890 jump, we can test it. But I do think the Hull 8 would fit, but I don't think it will expand. It will fit expanded. Because as you saw, it was tight to fit into that small pad expanded. We probably had a little bit more room than it looked, just because, you know, game perspective and angles and stuff. But we'll have to see. But again, here's the point: which would, if you're in an 890, would you rather carry a Hull A, or a defense fighter, or a nice shuttle, or something like that? I'd probably pick a fighter to defend, at least not the Hull A. Sorry guys, I've been home for 3 days. I haven't gotten enough sleep because kids. And I'm also trying to continue studying for my Czech Airman stuff. So the first part of my Czech Airman training went well. I get the second half coming up sometime this month. Hasn't been scheduled yet. But pretty sure soon I'll be a Czech Airman for my company, which comes with a little bit extra money, but mostly a lot more responsibility because I'll be training the pilots. You know, it'll be the transition from the simulator to flying the real airplane. I'll be taking care of that training and making sure they're up to snuff and safe. So it's a lot of work because you're conducting revenue flights while also making sure that everything is kosher. So, fun times. Less time for gaming on the road. My brand new gaming laptop may not go with me on trips anymore. We'll see how that works out. This is what takes the longest for delivery. So 165 credits. How long? We've been live for 34 minutes. So roughly, you could probably do 2 of these runs an hour in the Hull A. We spent a little bit of time exploring the ship, so I'm going to go ahead and say that, you know, that was probably about 5 to 10 minutes for wandering around and testing the ship out, etc. before we did the cargo run. So you should be able to do 2 cargo runs an hour this run, which again, unfortunately, is usually camped by pirates who try to get you to pay them, or they'll blow you up. And if you're in a Hull A, you might as well pay them if they give you the option, because you're not fighting back in a Hull A. Sorry. Unless they're trying to take you out in, like, Another Hull A? I don't think you stand much of a chance, just from the maneuverability aspect. Alright, so we spent 165 AUEC. I think we spent a total of 90 something to buy. Let's see what we sell at. So right there, for selling the Laranite, we've profited about 7,000 UEC. And then the Titanium, we profited, I think right around 10,000 UEC. So you're looking at about 34,000, let's say 20,000, just because my math is horrible and my memory is horrible. Let's say about 20,000 UEC every 30 minutes, so 40,000 UEC profit in an hour. You can make more than that refining, but then the refinery jobs take a while to complete. But either way, 20,000 UEC made, and it really only cost you 165, not 1,000, but 165 total UEC for refueling the ship. Shows you where this is going to shine, is carrying loads and making a lot of money. Alright, Casey, you have a good one. This video is pretty much over anyway. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Everyone, like, comment, and subscribe. I need subscribers. If you guys want me to make more content, let me know. I'm going to try to do another pilot reviews video tomorrow. Either of the Redeemer or the Ions, because I don't think I've done the Ions yet. So we'll see about that. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to go try to catch Eckhart here before he says too late, and finish that initial mission for him. So take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day.